Have you ever been broke before?
I think every entrepreneur has been broke before, 100%. By the way, there was a point in time, I'll never forget this. I'd actually made about $3 million that year. I think I was 28 years old. Every dollar that I made had to stay in the company, but yet I had to pay income taxes on that money. So I owed like $950,000 in income taxes on that money. And I had like $10,000 in the bank in my personal account. So yeah, I was definitely broke growing up for sure. And I'm proud of that because I think had I not gone through that path and growing up that way, I don't think I would have understood people the way I do. I don't think I would have had the grit, desire, and perseverance that I have today. So that's easy to talk about. What people don't really understand is that you can make a lot of money as an entrepreneur on paper and be broke financially, personally, because every dollar that you're making, if you're doing the right thing, has got to stay in that company to be able to grow it. It takes money to make money, like I said.
How did you get the money to start your business? Like, did you have a lot of money when you started this?
No, we had no money. So you have to beg, borrow, and steal when you're starting it out, right? Especially when you have no money. So, I mean, you're literally winging it, robbing from Paul to pay Peter, trying to grow it, trying to find just enough money to cover your expenses to get through each month and then build up those retained earnings. So, I mean, we had to take out high interest loans. I call it loan shark money back then, but it was like you're factoring your invoices. It's like 21% interest rate. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But I'm actually really glad I did it that way. I started out that way and I had to pay those absurd interest rates because it forced me to have the discipline to not take the money out of the business. So every week that the company made profit, I'd leave that profit in. That means next week, that's a little bit less I had to borrow, and a little bit less, and a little bit less. And then you look up, 18 months, 2 years later, now you're borrowing very, very little on what I call the loan shark money, right? But the best part is you've built up your retained earnings, you've built up your balance sheet. Now you can go to a bank, get a traditional line of credit at 6 or 8%, whatever's going on. And now you go from 21% interest on your capital needs to 6 or 8. You've probably got an extra $20,000, $25,000 a month right back to your bottom line.
Yeah, that's amazing. They don't teach that in school, right?
No, they don't teach any of this in school. That's the problem. That is the big problem.